Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon session of Streams of Living Water. And we're excited for this season that we're focusing on the grace. God's grace is amazing, God's grace is incredible. This grace that stems from what brings us into salvation and frees us so that we can walk in the fullness of who we are. And I want us to read Titus 2:11 and 12 from the Amplified. It says, For the grace of God, his unmerited favor and blessing has come forward, appeared for the deliverance from sin and the eternal salvation for all mankind. It has trained us to reject and renounce all ungodliness, irreligion, and worldly passionate desires, to live discreet, temperate, self controlled, upright, devout, and spiritually whole lives in this present world. This grace that comes from God, that is embodied in Jesus. Jesus is described as the one who was full of this grace and truth. And it came and it appeared and it establishes in you and our lives for our deliverance from sin and to plug us into this eternal salvation. Now, I love the fact that this eternal salvation is for everyone. Everyone is qualified. As a matter of fact, God's design of salvation is if one is saved, the whole household is qualified to be saved. Therefore, you have no reason to be the only one saved in your community. God expects you to let the impact of your salvation infect everyone else and draw them into this love of God, this grace of God, this extraordinary salvation that has been willed to all of us. And then this grace does certain things. It begins to train us. I love the grace. Grace does not give you the freedom, but it trains you to be able to stay in this freedom. And your ability now with this freedom to reject and renounce every level of ungodliness, every level of worldly passionate desires. Grace empowers you. Let none of us say that this freedom we have is now to allow us to do whatever. No, it restrains us. It helps us walk in that path that helps propagate the gospel of the kingdom of God. It helps us to disconnect from things that are not uh, good for our future and things that are not designed for who we are. It helps us to be temperate, to be self-controlled. Right? We are upright. We are able to walk as devout men and women, people who are committed to God, holy committing our lives to Him. And if grace has saved us, grace would help us carry on. So this grace comes to deal with us personally. And then, secondly, it comes to empower us. So today, I want to encourage you that there is the personal touch that grace affords you and I, and also the empowerment that comes by grace, that you are able to plow through, you are able to navigate, that your freedom gives you occasion and opportunity to do everything that God has called you to do. Freedom to pray, freedom to read your word, freedom to do the right thing, freedom to love, freedom to walk according to the expectations of God concerning you. So this afternoon, I declare, let the peace of God and the grace that comes with it cause you to walk in the strength and in the power of every demand God has of you. That everyone around you will know that indeed you've met with grace. God bless you. Have a phenomenal rest of the week, and may you be a great